If there is one thing Young Nudy, Lil Uzi Vert, and Playboi Carti have in common, they work with the producer Pierre Bourne. Jordan Timothy Jenks was born in Fort Riley, Kansas, and spent every winter and summer break in New York for weeks or months at a time. His uncle living there would often work on music, and his uncle's friends would also rap. This inspired Pierre to start rapping also.
I like to rap, so that's really why I got into music.
His uncle even showed him how to download instrumental beats, and this is when he started recording his own music. His uncle's computer had Fruity Loops installed on it, and it looked like a video game to Pierre. After a while of seeing it, he started making his own beats. Everything changed when his uncle gave him that very same computer with Fruity Loops installed in it. Pierre started making music in high school and mostly rapping. After high school, he attended a university in Atlanta for graphic design. 1 year later though, he got in trouble and was suspended, so he decided to drop out altogether. He returned home at 18 and worked at a Walmart. He hated his job. He had more time to meditate on how he wanted to push forward with his future. He knew he loved music and talked to his uncle and told him he wanted to pursue music, so that's what he pushed towards. The only problem was who he's going to work with in New York that is both valid and fire. He decided to go back to Atlanta instead because rappers down there were more fire, he thought. He did a 9-month audio engineering program and failed on his first attempt, but succeeded on his second. He was put in a beat battle competition and placed second. For winning second, he was placed into another beat battle. The second beat battle had a guest speaker going by the name of DJ Bourne. Pierre played him a Street Fighter type beat. DJ Bourne was like, "Yo, this beat go crazy." He then invited Pierre to the studio. The studio Bourne brought him to was Bad Studios in Atlanta. He was offered a job at the studio because of his engineering background. The first rapper Pierre encountered was Young Nudy. He didn't even know at the time that Young Nudy was 21 Savage's cousin. He just really liked his style. He sounded like Gucci Mane to him. After spending enough time in Atlanta, he would see rappers blowing up overnight, from nobodies to superstars. This motivated him to just live in the studio and make more beats. He wanted to also blow up and knew that if the rappers could do it, he could also do it. He was still a nobody at the time, but he could feel the energy. While recording Young Nudy in the studio, Nudy already had his own beats to record Slimeball 1 with. After they got closer, Pierre showed Nudy his beats, and they clicked instantly. In the end, Slimeball 1 mostly had Pierre's beats on it. After making a name for himself in Atlanta, he was offered a job at Epic Records. He took the job thinking it would help him have more footing in the industry. He quickly got burnt out of his job after being forced to spend non-stop hours in the studio, including holidays. He started to grow apart from Young Nudy and he missed the old studio. He learned that sometimes a studio backed by a major label is not going to do as much for your career as a small studio up the street that helps you build an impactful friendship and really good music. Young Nudy tried to contact Pierre for studio sessions, but he was too busy. Young Nudy got hella mad and even unfollowed Pierre on the Instagram. Pierre felt some type of way because he knew it wasn't even like that. Pierre knew that bigger studios didn't really like rappers. He felt like they saw them as bad guys coming to mess things up in the studio, when in reality, they were just trying to get out of their own bad situations in life. Pierre started sneaking Young Nudy into the studio really late at like 2 a.m.
Damn!
It took a while for Pierre to get out of Epic Records. He was there for a year and a half. When he quit, he didn't let any of them know. He was just over it. Right after he quit, Metro Boomin invited him to his studio. He was there with Metro, Southside, and Spiffy. He was exactly where he wanted to be, and he was having the best session he ever had. He still needed to make money though, so he still picked up recording sessions at different studios whenever he could. He once did a session with rapper K Supreme. The session started out really bad though, but it turned into the most impactful session of his career. This is because Pierre introduced himself as P in the studio, so no one knew he was Young Nudy's producer. One day, the rappers were playing around in the studio and they weren't taking their job serious, so Pierre stood up and said, "If you guys don't want to be serious, I'm going to give these beats to Nudy." Immediately, they changed their attitude, and K Supreme told Pierre that he loves his beats. Pierre had some fresh beats with him and even left some with K Supreme. Pierre doesn't usually send his beats out because he likes to work face to face with artists. When K Supreme linked up with Pierre again, Supreme told Pierre that Playboi Carti used his beat, and Pierre got mad. He felt like he could make a beat for Carti directly. So he tried to get a hold of Carti, but he couldn't get in touch. He told K-Supreme that those beats were for him, not Cardi. K-Supreme said if Cardi wants to hop on your beat, let him hop on it. Later that same day, Cardi put a video snippet up of him rapping over Pierre's beat. The song was Woke Up Like This. 2 days later, Lil Uzi Vert was on the song. Pierre was angry because he didn't even get to put his tag on the song. Till this day, there is not a single tag of Pierre's on the song. Cardi finally got back in touch with him and calmed him down. Pierre started cooking up beats for Cardi so they could meet face to face. A month later, Playboi Carti told Pierre he wanted to start working on his self-titled tape, Playboi Carti. Their session started with Woke Up Like This, and from there, they started adding more and more songs to the tape. They ended up recording their hit song, Magnolia, that night. Pierre made sure his tag was all over that song so people knew it was him. Pierre, you wanna come out here? Although Woke Up Like This was a hit, Magnolia was even a bigger hit. It was the first song with no features that Playboi Carti had a hit off of. It peaked at 29 out of 100 on the charts. Pierre was also eating the fruits of his labor. But that quickly changed when Tekashi 6ix9ine used his beat without permission on the hit Gumo. Pierre took Tekashi to court, and Pierre ended up winning. As you can tell, Pierre is very picky with who he works with, and tries to stay as exclusive as possible. Pierre's name is now mainstream because of Lil Uzi Vert, Playboi Carti, and Tekashi 6ix9ine. He also dropped solo albums as a rapper, and his newer fans had no idea he rapped. Pierre had a vision for himself, and he made sure to never sell himself short of it. Till this day, he continues to drop hit after hit. Unlike most artists, money never impressed Pierre, and this is why he continues to work with artists he connects with in the studio face to face. This concludes the story about Pierre. Thank you for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep posting more videos. Who do you guys want to learn about next? Say it in the comments below.